Welcome back to Weekend Trucking and following along with the life of a, we'll say, part-time RV transporter. So, I did not log back on here and let you guys know, did I make it back in time for when I needed to be back home from that long West Coast run. I, in fact, made it back just like 2 hours a little later than I was supposed to be back. But all's good. I was forgiven at home, and the world is still spinning. As you can see, there is another camper behind me, and it is a Friday, so it's a weekend, and another camper needs to be home. So, follow up on my tire issue. It looked like either, the brake hose or the caliper may have actually malfunctioned because of the pattern of like the grooves that were on there. So we went ahead and we replaced the caliper and the brake hose, just so then we don't have to worry about it if that was the case happening again, and it was a minor repair expense, so to speak. And that's the benefit of saving a portion of what you're making into a maintenance account. So after the West Coast runs, I had over $1,500 already saved up in my maintenance account for issues like this. So it didn't come out of my pocket, so to speak. It came out of an allotted account that's meant for issues that are bound to come up. So with that, it's all taken care of. It's been running smooth ever since, and no issues to date. One thing that I've been looking at, so when I'm driving, I'm listening to different YouTube videos and just trying to get more familiar with, diesel engines, maintenance, ins and outs of RV transporting, just, again, trying to maximize and be the most efficient at what I'm doing. So, new endeavor, I am going to install a bypass oil filter that still doesn't filtrate the coronavirus, but filtrate your oil at like a 98.7% or something like that level at 2 microns or larger. And the rabbit hole I've been diving down was just how to maximize the life of your engine. And so what they say, whoever they are, the engine professionals, is that like 80 or 90% of the issues or the wear and tear, the damages on your engine come from 5 microns or less, just particles floating around in your system. So as I started to really look into this bypass system, it kind of seems like a no-brainer. I am not sure if that is the case or not, but I feel like it can only help. So that is something that we are going to be getting into. And one of the things a guy was mentioning as he was really just breaking down just how the bypass systems work is that it extends the life of your oil. And so instead of changing your oil every 10,000 miles, he's like, you can triple the life of your oil. Whew, okay, I had to make a quick pee break. Had to pull off rest station. Again, best things since sliced bread in the driving world. So, back to the bypass system. So a little bit about how it works is it takes like 5 or 10% of the oil that's circulating through your normal system and runs it over to that extra dense filter, the 2-micron filter. One of the things it talked about was as soot builds up, which can be an issue for the longevity of your engine. And again, I'm no expert at this, so I could be misspeaking on some of it. You can comment below what I'm messing up on, totally fine. But as that starts to build up, then it gets caught in that extra bypass filter, which keeps that soot from circulating around and causing issues to your engine. And this all came about, hit the road. This all came about because being OCD, being an analyzer, and wanting to have just, standard operating procedures. So, exactly laying out what to do, when to do it, and why you're doing it, essentially. So, on the way to get this trailer, which is going to Golden, Colorado, after the weekend is over on Monday, is when I'm going to actually drop it. Because we have some family Halloween festivities that need to happen, and I have to be a part of that stuff. Where Lilo and Stitch or something is our, we create costumes every year. It's a cool tradition we have, and that's the thing we're doing this year. So, as I was heading out to get this trailer, I just wanted to, because I'm getting close to needing another oil change. I'm at 7,000 miles right now. I wanted to put together just a list of everything that I need to be doing, from just every oil change happening at, I put 10,000 miles, but I'd probably never let it get that far, more like 8,000. And then every other oil change, I put 20,000, but it would just be every other oil change. Doing X, Y, and Z, and so on, out to every 50,000. But so, as I just started to, kind of one-off look through the different things I'm looking at, and when is it standard or recommended that you change, your transmission fluid, your just lubing, all things that you can. What are people doing that have vehicles that are 500 plus thousand miles? That's when I kind of stumbled upon the bypass system. And so with it, if you don't have to change your oil until every 30,000 miles. The guy actually did a breakdown on, video of if you were just taking a normal, say 250,000 mile stretch, if you're using conventional oil, which that's kind of BS, like everybody should be using synthetic, but how much you'd be saving by switching. And one of the things that I'm going to do as well is just oil analysis, to where you can actually see like the health of your engine. I think that stuff is kind of cool as I'm just, again, like becoming more of a professional driver. So we'll do that, and then as I'm doing that in between oil changes to kind of see, okay, hey, how is the oil right now? Should we be looking at, instead of just looking at your oil analysis as, oh, well, that's how it was in the past, but looking at it, oh, here's how it is right now. Looks like we're doing great, or looks like, we need to be changing the oil a little sooner than we thought. And it also will help you identify when issues are coming up in terms of, I don't know, like, I'm not a mechanic, so I can't give you any real issues that I can think of. But the guy talked about it, several guys have talked about it. So I'm kind of excited for that. If you are doing anything, and like I'm still trying to look at in terms of additives, like oil additives as well, comment below if you're somebody that's been in the industry for a while and you have a truck that you've had forever. I'd love to hear what you're doing so that I can look at adding it to the maintenance plan that I'm creating. My mechanic will probably think I'm the biggest weirdo ever because I'll have it all laid out. But, hey man, this is what I want to do and when I want to pay you. Like here's all the scheduled maintenance that I'd like to ensure that we're doing. But anyways, that's where I'm at. Still enjoying it. It's pretty fun. I have some bad news about one of the most exciting purchases that I've made for this endeavor, but that'll be another video because I need to come up with a new solution to it. But that's all I got. So leave me a comment. Do all that YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, hit the notification thing, whatever you do on YouTube. And I will keep updating you guys on the weekend trucking endeavors and all of the things